Hello friends, welcome to another video of your channel The Nature of Things. Today we bring you a video with 5 items to get your stress levels down. Stay with us until the end and get ready to forget about stress. Stress is a health condition that is making a great impression among psychologists and psychiatrists of the epoch since it is affecting a big part of the world's population. This greatly affects people's mental health and quality of life. Since the 1950s, several investigations have been conducted to have an idea of what causes the stress, its impact on people, and its impact on their mental health and quality of life. In 1982, Pierre Turcotte defined quality of life as the dynamics of work organization that allows maintaining or increasing the physical and psychological well-being of human beings in order to achieve greater congruence in their total life. Causes of stress and some solutions have been established, but until now there has not been significant strategy to try to reduce stress levels among people. Mental health professionals have identified the 5 most common types of stress and are dedicating a great effort to find a clinical solution to this condition. These are: Number 1. Psychological stress. This stress is caused by emotional situations, loss of affection, and threatening situations from a moral and physical point of view. Number 2. Social stress, caused by cultural restrictions, migration and changing of values. Number 3. Economical stress, caused by unemployment and lack of money to cover basic needs. Number 4. Physiological stress, caused by illnesses and physical conditions. Number 5. Psychosocial stress, caused by the way others think about us and accept us. Neither clinical psychology nor psychiatry, until now, have been able to offer significant solutions to these types of stress. So, in this video, we'll show you 5 free and easy items to avoid stress no matter where your environment is. Stay with me until the end and you'll see. Item 1. Be patient. What is patience about? Patience is the ability to support something without it alter or affect us. To lead a stress-free life, we must always practice the patience. In such a hectic and convulsive world, practicing patience will save us from many bad moments. To practice patience, we must understand that all the people around us lead a different pace of life than us. Some of them are more in a hurry and others are less in a hurry than us, and in several situations these differences in the pace of life will collapse, and that is where we must practice our patience. Imagine that you are driving your car, and at some point on the road, you find a traffic jam. The first thing you must understand is that you have not control on blockages, and what is not under your control, it should not bother you. The Greek philosophers said, "Don't get upset about what is not under your control, but focus on what you can control." What can you do during the traffic jam? Far from getting upset or making yourself uncomfortable, you can enjoy listening the music you like. You can look at the different car models. You can listen to an audiobook or watch videos on YouTube and practice conscious breathing. This is under your total control. Another effective way to practice your patience is to be on time every place you go. Leave on time to all your destinations. This will avoid the rush on the road with others drivers and the reprimands of those who are waiting for you. For example, imagine that in the morning you go to work and you left late. This means that you will have to drive faster than others drivers and try to overtake drivers who are less in a hurry than you. This will lead you to exchange unpleasant words and gestures with these drivers. When you arrive at your workplace, your boss's reprimands for being late also await you. It means that in the first hours of your day, your stress level is already at a very high point and you have not started your work task yet. In that way, for sure, a very unpleasant day waits for you. Imagine, then, the opposite. You left with enough time to your job. On the way, you can enjoy listening to the music you like. You can give way to drivers who are faster than you. If a traffic jam occurs, there is nothing to worry about, and when you arrive at your destination, you will not receive reproach from your boss. You have started your day without stress. Always remember the saying, the quality of your life depends on your actions. This means that you live bad because you act bad. You live well because you act well. Another example. Imagine that you have requested a bank lending. You have already completed all the required papers, and the only thing missing is confirmation of approval or not from the bank. Before getting impatient, be aware that banks have a processes and an exhaust protocols before making a decision about their approved or denied lendings. The wait will be not stressful if you are aware of the internal process of the bank that is not under your control. Since the result, positive or negative, does not depend on you, then you should not stress about it. Rather, think about the alternative way to the bank to try to get the money. This does not mean that you are negative but cautious. And a cautious person takes all necessary measures. In summary, patience is the backbone to avoid stress, and it's free. Practicing patience does not require any financial expense. It just requires awareness in the things you do. Study all the possibilities that await you during a journey. You can practice patience in all aspects of your daily life. At home, at the bank, on the road, in the supermarket, among others. And if you get to control this practice, your stress level will surely also be reduced. So, starting today, become a patient person if you want to reduce your stress. Item number 2. Practice the meditation. What you should do, secondly, to reduce your stress is to practice meditation. Meditating is a powerful tool to people who have stress problems. Practicing meditation helps you disconnect from the hustle and bustle caused by daily life. To do an efficient meditation, you must set a time of the day or night when you are totally alone. If it is during the day, it is recommendable to be in a place, preferable open, where silence is your only company. If it is at night, I recommend you to wait until everyone who lives with you is already at sleep. Dedicate between 15 to 30 minutes a day to meditation, and I assure you that your stress level will be reduced. Always keep in mind the Stoic saying that says, "The quality of your life will depend on your thoughts." Meditation helps you to control your thoughts. If you control your thoughts, you control your stress. Most of people are stressed because they think about the things in the past, present, or future. These uncontrolled thoughts cause insomnia, loss of appetite, bad mood, damage to your personal relationships, among others. How to change those thoughts? Always keep in mind the teaching of Stoicism that says, "Focus all your thoughts on the things that depend on you and adapt yourself to those that do not depend on you." This means that thinking indifferently about all the things that happen to you is going to generate a lot of stress. But, if you only focus on the things you can control and avoid thinking about those that are out of your control, it will open place in your thoughts, and therefore the load will be lighter. My advice is that if you have insomnia at nights caused by stress, or your nights are stuck by thoughts that do not allow you to sleep, take advantage of that to practice meditation. Remember to take this practice as a way to detoxify your mind. In summary, in a world as hectic as the one we live in, full of distractions and problems, where there is constant bombardment of information from social networks and traditional media, meditation is the best tool to free yourself from so much tension and stress. This is a free practice, and it is only up to you. Make a daily meditation routine, and I assure you that your life will change. Item number 3. Control yourself. The third practice you should do to reduce your stress is practicing self-control. It means having control on yourself. Most of the time, stress invades us because we do not control the things that we can control and should control. What can we control then? Our thoughts, emotions, actions, and how we react to the events around us. What is out of our control? The opinions of others, illnesses, the passage of time, nature, and others. So, to have control on yourself, you must focus only on the things you can control. Don't be mortified by things that, no matter how much they bother or affect you, are not going to change. Epictetus said, "It is not the things itself that affect us, but how we react to them." Practice self-control in all facets of your life. In your expenses, in your personal relationships, in your emotions, in your work, when driving, when eating, and even when interacting with nature. This will reduce your stress considerably. For example, you have found out that a known person said something unpleasant about you. Should you get irritated? How should you react? Well, I tell you that you should not get irritated, and the best reaction is not to pay attention to it or give it importance, because what has already been said is said, and no matter how much you get upset or confront the slanderer, it will be not change. Here you can practice the phrase, "If they spoke ill of Jesus, what couldn't they say about me?" If you react this way, this will not cause you any stress and you will continue your life as if nothing had happened. Another example. Imagine that you are going to the beach and suddenly it starts to rain. Should you stress about that? No, because rain is something that is not under your control. Instead of stressing out because of rain, you can do something else like read a book, watch a movie, and you can even go to the beach and enjoy it in the rain. Or simply, imagine that it won't rain the entire day. In summary, the advantages of having control on yourself is that you will have better interpersonal relationships with others. You will not incur into unnecessary expenses. You are not going to incur into excesses that you will regret later. Daily living leads to friction with other people, ups and downs in mood, tension and misunderstandings. Having control over actions and reactions will set you free from a lot of stressful load. So, starting today, dedicate yourself to practice self-control. Item number 4. Think positive. Thinking positive is our fourth practice. What is positive thinking? Positive thinking is a mental attitude that allows us to have words, images, and thoughts that lead to personal growth. Thinking positively will avoid stress because you will avoid thinking about things from a pessimistic point of view. What I mean is that, if before undertaking an action, way or project, you must plan all the possibilities of success or failure, but from a positive point of view, then there will be not room for stress. Let's say that you are going on a business trip to a place far from where you live. The normal thing that a negative person would think is, for example, that trip is going to be really long, stressful and complicated because of transportation. That way to think will feel you out of stress before starting the travel. On the other way, what a positive thinking person would say is, for example, "It is a long trip, so I'm going to make several stops along the way to see the places and meet them. I will buy souvenirs, I will try typical dishes, and others." This type of attitude does not put off the fact that it is a far trip, but you prefer to enjoy the journey. A very important point that you must master to control your thoughts and redirect them towards positive ones is, learn how to be alone. Don't see loneliness as something negative, but as a time to be in your own company. Loneliness allows you to shape your thoughts and empty your spirit of negativity. The moments you spend alone allow you to disconnect yourself from the noise of your environment and give you more clarity in your ideas. Choosing to spend time alone does not mean that you should get away from the others, but it is time that you will dedicate yourself to detoxify your thoughts. Always think about this phrase from Seneca, "The greatest wealth is having peaceful soul." This peace is achieved only by shaping your thoughts and taking time to be alone to meditate on it. In summary, control your thoughts and direct them towards to your goals in a positive way. The advantages of thinking positively is that you will prevent all possible setbacks and you will focus on overcoming them without them affecting you. Take time each day to be alone and review your thoughts. Change the negatives into a positive perspective. Adopting a positive attitude is free. It requires nothing more than your willpower. Do this and your stress levels will be considerably reduced. Item number 5. Know the nature of the things. The fifth and last practice of this video is to know the nature of things. We have to know that in the universe everything has a nature. Rivers, seas, cars, people, birds, they have a reason of being. Spend some time to know the nature of all the things that exist around you. For example, it is natural to live close to others. If your neighbors are noisy, far from confronting them or recriminating them, understand that this is their nature. If you confront them or report them to the police, they will be not your neighbors anymore, but your enemies, and I don't think that it is a good idea to live near enemies. So, to things you can do on this case. 1. Accepts them and adapts yourself to live with them and check the possibility to join them and share their talks or celebrations. On this way you get to know them better and it will be less stressful for you to have them as neighbors. 2. Consider to move somewhere else away from them and pray for your new neighbors to be different as them. Another example. Let's say you have a motorcycle for your private transportation. The nature of it is to provide you transportation to your destinations. But it is also its nature to get damaged, to get flat tires, consume fuel. It is natural, also that it does not protect you from the sun or the rain and others. You should have to know all this before buying it, so it cannot cause you any stress. Before getting angry about it, you should solve it because you are already aware of it. On that same way, visualize everything else around you. Study at nature and adapt to live with it. Reflect on your nature as a person. A good idea is always ask yourself, how do I want to live? It is up to you to live a life against your nature and face the stress that this brings, or live according to your nature and enjoy the good things of being alive. Always practice gratitude. Being grateful is a powerful ellipsis of personal discharge. Be grateful for the simple fact of waking up every day. Be grateful for the opportunity that life gives you to be a better person every day. Be grateful for a simple gesture of friendship from someone. In the end, be grateful for everything that is around you. In summary, knowing the nature of things will avoid bad moments and confrontations with your environment. This leads you to reduce the stress level of your days. And the best thing is that this is totally free to do. You just need to focus on what is really good for you. Thanks for listening to me. Subscribe to my channel for more educational videos like this.